Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to our personal and philosophy class. So, video lesson number 3. What it's all about, part 2 pa rin, assessing your reality. Let me share my screen. Loading lang po siya mga kaibigan. Yun. Alright. So, part 2 is all about assessing your reality. We talked about how to manage your fear, your ego, and other things. So, continuation of part 2. Are you making any of these 6 mistakes? The delusion that personal gain is made by crushing others. The tendency to worry things that cannot be changed or corrected. Insisting that a thing is impossible because you can't accomplish it. Refusing to set aside trivial differences. Neglecting development and refinement of the mind and not acquiring the habit of reading and study. And attempting to compel others to believe and live as we do. So, are you making any of these 6 mistakes? Kindly assess your reality. Wisdom is knowing what to do next, skill is knowing how to do it, and virtue is doing it. According to David Starr Jordan, educator, scientist, and peace activist. So, in today's age, the lack of information or knowledge is not an issue. Thanks to advancement in technology, we are only few clicks away from assessing accessing knowledge about anything and everything thanks to Google, YouTube, and other online platform. Rather, the biggest dilemma we face is to consistently act on the knowledge we already have. So the author called this biggest gap for most human being. So the gap between knowing what to do and consistently doing what you know. So in order to parang the author used the word knowing doing gap. So to what extent does the knowing doing gap applies to you? So let's look at this very common examples. Listen to me. So you know that exercise is good for you, but do you exercise regularly? Hmm. You know that saving money is good for you, but do you save regularly? You know that meditation is good for you, but do you meditate regularly? From your personal experience, what else can you add to above? In which areas do you have in knowing, doing gap? Ba? So, the million, the $1 million question is what stops you from consistently acting on what you know? First, not wanting it badly enough. So, the precursor of all action is desire. If the desire is close the gap, if the desire to close the gap is not strong enough, then there are millions of excuses available to justify not taking action. So assess your reality, assess your situation on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 not at all, and 10 totally. How badly do you want to close the gap? The gap. How strong is your desire to close the gap? Gusto mo ba talaga yung bagay na ito? Gusto mo ba talaga magtagumpay? And do you really want to achieve your goal? So, next, not willing to pay the price, even though the desire may be strong. You really you want it so bad. But if you're not willing to pay the price, then it's always easier not to take the required action. So, what is the price you may have to pay? It include getting out of the comfort zone, changing your beliefs, forming new habits, learning new skills, investing time, money, and energy. delaying your need for instant gratification, and overcoming fear. So assess your reality, assess your situation. On scale of 1 to 10, 1 not at all, 10 totally, how willing are you to pay the price for closing the gap? Kasi ang growth class ay wala sa comfort zone. And change can help us to see different perspectives. We really need to form good habits, learn new skills, and invest time, money, and energy. Ito yung pinakamalaga. We need to delay yung gratification kasi kailangang pagsimikapang ma-achieve yung mga bagay-bagay. Next is not taking the first step. Some people want it badly enough. They are mentally willing to pay the price. However, they never take that first step. They never make a start. They get caught up in the I'll do it someday in the future scenario. Basta lang, hindi ko gagawin yan. Saka na lang, no? So, assess your reality, assess your situation. 1, not at all. 10, totally. To what extent have you taken the first step? May nagawa ka na ba? You're praying for good grades, pero hindi naman nag-aaral, no? Gusto mo magkaroon ng girlfriend o boyfriend, pero hindi ka naman nag-start ng ligaw. So, you need to take the first step. So, not taking the subsequent step. Some people want it badly enough. They're mentally willing to pay the price. And this folks, even make this man or this woman even make a start, but they don't follow through the start with subsequent steps. So, assess your situation. 1, not at all. 10, totally. To what extent have you followed your first step with subsequent step? Consistent ka sa ginagawa mo, ha? So, parang they either get distracted, become bored, or just lose a burning desire along the way. Maraming factors na talagang makakaapekto niyan. Kailangan ganun ka-strong yung desire, you have your first step, and you have your subsequent step. Next is judging too soon. Some people want it badly enough, they're mentally willing to pay the price, and they then even take the first and subsequent steps. However, when they don't see results within the time frame or form they expect, they start to have doubts. Is this worth it? Am I doing the right things? So this judgment causes people to reevaluate and rationalize and very often give up, even though they may have been very close to experiencing all the rewards. Assess your reality, assess yourself. 1, not at all. 10, totally. To what extent may you be judging too soon? So how to close your biggest gap? You need to develop a strong desire, a strong enough why. What would increase my desire to the point that having the gap is not an option? Na hindi ako magdadahilan na hindi gawin ng isang bagay. So I really need to do it and I have a strong enough why. Number 2, be willing to pay the price. Who would you need to be? What would you need to do? How would you need to live? And pay the price. No? Kasi, of course, you want to have a good body. Kung nag-gym ka, kailangan mong pagpaguran talaga. Diba? Next is take the first step. The first step is what counts. First beginnings are hardest to make. And as small as they are potent in influence, but once they are made, it's easy to add the rest. Identify the first few steps that you can take in next 24 to 48 hours to make progress and take the first step. Take the subsequent steps. Being in motion in what creates momentum, do something every day, no matter how small, to maintain that momentum. You answer your modules today, and then tomorrow you answer it. Other parts naman, other subject. So every day you are doing something, small or big effort man yan. Just to what? Maintain the momentum and be consistent. And don't judge too soon. Soon po yan ha. Don't uh, judge too soon. Be persistent. Be patient. Ha? Wag agad susuko. No? Do not underestimate your capabilities. So, why do we fail to get what we want? They usually start by telling you what they don't want. Oh, I don't want to be in current job or role. I don't want to have financial issues. Nagsisimula agad sa don't want, I don't want. They're not very specific. Diba? I would like to have more money, but why? Or you want to become a businessman, not a successful one, no? And then third, they go totally blank in the I don't have the faintest idea kind of look. I don't know. Di ko alam eh. Di ko alam. So you're not consciously doing kung ano yung ginagawa mo. So what do we need to have a what do we need absolute clarity on? So first is the outcome. What is my outcome? What is that I want? What is the result I'm trying to create? Reasons. Why do you want to achieve my output? What are the reasons that I'm pursuing this outcome? Date. What by what date do I want to achieve this outcome? Why is this date important? Evidence. Why do I how will I know that I achieve my outcome? What will I see, hear, feel, or experience? Current. Where am I currently in relation to where I want to be? Gaano kalayo? Gaano kalapit? So for example, your outcome, I want to reach and maintain my ideal weight of 60 kilos or 40 or 50 kilos. Reason, I feel even more healthy. I feel energetic. Ang gaan sa pakiramdam if normal weight ako. Date, I want to achieve my goal by June 30, 2021. Evidence, I step on the scale and read kung ano yung weight ko. Current position, currently, I weigh 40 kilos or 35 kilos. So, can you see how being more clear about what you want will help you move forward? What goals do you need to think about more thoroughly? Diba? Sana nakakatulong ito sa inyo. So, do you take 100% responsibility sa actions natin? So, the intelligence choice, I think may nauna dito. Okay. Ito. So, the intelligence choice, do your part, how you feel about the problem, and pursuing the required action to resolve the situations. Kasi we have what we call a responsibility trap. It's not my fault. Why should I do anything? I can't do much. He or she should fix it. It's not fair. So here, what part of the problem do I own? To what extent am I contributing to the problem? Your part. Number two, remind yourself it's not the problem itself that's the issue, it's the meaning that I'm choosing to give this problem. How can I give it a more empowering meanings? For number three, how can I be part of the solution? What I can choose to do now to make progress in resolving the situation. Okay? So do this. You must have the intelligence choice. Next, is your comfort zone keeping you in jail? You need to assess your situation. Ito, comfort zone, pwedeng situations, relationships, your action, knowledge, di ka na nagbabasa, okay na yun sa'yo, your choices and decisions. Staying in your comfort zone could mean that you never realize your full potential, restrict your growth, don't achieve the rewards you desire or deserve, left with unfulfilled dreams, live your life in a box, don't experience the freedom and fulfillment you seek, regress, and die emotionally, if not physically. No? So, how can we expand our comfort zone? Get clear. How is your comfort zone restricting you? If you had no fear, who would you be, what would you do, and how you would live? What's currently outside your comfort zone, which, if you did it, would enrich your life even more? What's something important that you've been avoiding because it makes uncomfortable? Get inspired. What would inspire you to take action? Focus on the desired result. Believe that the pleasure and pride you're experiencing is going beyond what's comfortable with significantly outweigh any experience of discomfort. And get moving. Schedule the actions and just do it. Get help if required and celebrate the learning and insight. This you can expand your comfort zone. Thank you for watching and listening to me. To be continued, and we'll talk about part 3. Thank you.